Rock City Network's coming to you from Fad Gallery here in Melbourne, and joining me, very special guest, Mr. John Cooper Clarke. How are you, sir?
Hi, Ben. Fine, thanks. Yeah.
Welcome to Australia.
Thank you.
And
very
welcome
much.
to Melbourne. You've just arrived.
Yeah, about 4 hours ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you're only in the country for a short run. You've done 3 shows in Sydney.
That's right. Yeah, but we did about 4 or 5 in New Zealand as well. Yeah. So it's just an in and out, really. Yeah. It's not really a major tour.
Now,
it's in a few places out.
Yeah. Now, how did the tour get put together? Considering it's such a short tour, how did it come about?
I've no idea. That's somebody else's job.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But I suppose they just rang around a couple of venues, But as I say, it's not a. We haven't got any financial backing for it or anything, So it's a pretty low key affair, actually.
Yeah.
But it's done very well, We're doing very well.
Now, John, for those people out there, I mean, as far as I've seen, there's 2 types of people. There are the ones that have seen you and know you, and the ones that don't.
That's right, and even the ones that do know me might not be familiar with my new work. I've got loads of new work, and some people also. It's can get a bit complicated, especially halfway, the other side of the world, because I think people might know me from my records, which wouldn't give you any idea of what my gigs are like, because the records contain music. We figured at the time, maybe you need a bit of something else with it. Which I think, in retrospect, was a mistake. I think I should have just made them voice only. But be that as it may, I've been doing this for about 30 years, what I do now, and I got good at it on my own. The gigs, it's me on my own, so I would say that, I don't expect any music. But having said that, I don't have any complaints. I'm doing very well all over Europe at the moment, and as I say, it's all new stuff. So even the people that think they know what to expect, maybe I've changed since they last checked me out, you know what I mean? But it's all good, I'm getting good reports and filling places up in the UK and Europe and sending people away happy. You can't ask for more than that.
Absolutely. Now, if you could indulge us a little bit, for those out there that don't know about your career, you actually found yourself in quite a unique position. You were opening for bands were you doing poetry? Is that?
Yeah, I was doing poetry just on my own, and which I'd been doing for some time before the punk. Really, it was the punk rock revolution of the late 70s that sort of got me out there and around the world, But before that, I was working. I was writing poetry, but I was reading it at sort of working men's clubs around the Manchester area, and cabaret places in Manchester and Liverpool and generally the north of England. And those were real rough places, and then I got into the punk. The Buzzcocks, Howard Devoto, who was the then singer with the Buzzcocks, said to me, Johnny, you're. Your face would fit in this world, the world of punk rock. Have you thought of declaiming your work at punk rock venues? And that was where everybody was going, and it looked like a unique opportunity to take my literary career in another direction, slightly different direction, which paid off for me, because those were the gigs that were getting written up in the music press and what have you. So, my face fitted in. Probably mainly because I had short hair and didn't wear flares, so that really that was all you needed really to be a punk rock back then. So a punk rocker back then, and just my face fitted in, and it got written up in the press, and people started checking it out, and then I became a kind of headlining act in my own right after a couple of years, But I did go around with, I sort of opened up for people like the Sex Pistols, the Clash, and went on tours with the Buzzcocks and the Fall, and I've done all right out of it. But I've sort of started writing out loads of new stuff lately, because I don't know why, but loads of new stuff. Get some more products out next year, and I'll be back. When I've got some products to shift, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean.
But this is great, you know, it's my wife's never been to Australia before and everything like that. It was a sort of unique opportunity. So I thought put something together quick. But it's been nice. No, it has been nice.
And a lovely lady. She said, Evelyn, your wife's
yeah,
name. She said you rather enjoyed New Zealand. Did quite a bit of stuff.
Oh, it's
over
great, New Zealand.
Yeah?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, smashing. 2 festivals and a couple of club dates and that. You know.
Yeah.
Very good.
Now, let's talk a little bit about your new stuff. I mean, your delivery in what you write was quite quick.
Yeah, that's
initially.
I think maybe I slowed it down a little bit. I don't know. If I do any, you know, I normally get requests. You know, if you request for old stuff, which I'm only too pleased too happy to do. You know, and those ones, you know, I do them in the same style as I always did. You know, fast.
Yeah.
But the new stuff is a bit more thoughtful for some reason, and it's kind of slightly, you know, what's the word? Not slowed down, mid-paced. Mid to fast, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not so bam, 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 bam as it used to be.
What was the reason behind that? Was that
well, it was a sort of
nerves
house,
thing,
kind of nerves, and it was kind of a house style thing, you know, because punk, you know, the house style was you speeded, you know, everything was done at triple speed. And I went to see the Ramones 70 times. They were my favourite band for ages. You know, I love the Ramones, still love them now. And that's what punk rock is to me. People, you say punk rock, I say the Ramones. And when I first went to see them, they were on for about 45 minutes, and it was Joey. Yeah. The last time we were here, our act lasted 45 minutes. Now we're down to half an hour. We're getting better all the time. So that was the MO with punk. You know, it was just the faster the better.
Yeah.
At the time, so I just sort of took that on board, and that's the way I delivered my poems. But then after a while, I started thinking, they're not really getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know, it fitted with the stuff I was doing then, but now it's I don't know, it's a bit more sedentary or something, a bit more thoughtful, perhaps.
When did you perhaps change direction, or the way you're? Is it the way you're writing that's changed your delivery on stage?
A bit. In some imperceptible way, it's changed the way I write, in some kind of way that I can't really put my finger on. Because I'm not the sort of person that analyses what I do, you know, like most artists. You don't like to look into it too much in case you kind of lose it somehow, you know? Do you know what I mean? It's a common superstition, isn't it, with artists, that if they kind of... Really, the artist should be the last person to know where their appeal lies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting.
You just got to do your best.
Interesting you say that. Where do you think personally, as being a performer for so many years, what do you think the world is of performing as far as being on stage, delivering a vocal, you know, writing good stuff? Where do you think it's headed? Because I mean, for me, and from what I observe, it's, you know, we're really not in a good state of play right now. With performing and that sort of thing, you know.
Well, in England, you know, the rock and roll credo of doing a tour, making a loss, you know, but you know what I mean, doing a loss-making tour in order to sell records. That's all it's been turned on its head now, because nobody can make any. You know, that's why all these bands are getting back together in England. You know, like you know. Old school bands, you know, they're all reforming and doing gigs. Reason being, who buys records? You know, when you can download them, you know what I mean. So that the bottom, you know, the arse is falling out of the record industry, really. You know what I mean. The only way, you know, if you're in a band, the only way you make money really is gigs. Completely changed that, you know. But that's always been my main thing. Gigs, live performances. Has always been my main squeeze, you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm pretty good at it by now, you know what I mean? I don't just run through my poems and take it or leave it, you know, it's a whole conversation, you know, it's a whole an evening with John Cooper Clarke. It's the only way I can really put it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how else to sort of describe it, but nobody leaves there asking for the money back, you know. Everybody leaves with a smile on their face. You know what I mean? I guarantee I guarantee you know, an hour plus entertainment. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? And how many people can do that really?
Not many these days, my
You
friend.
know what I mean?
Not many at all.
And if you don't enjoy it, it's my fault. The buck stops here.
Yeah.
Right? Not nobody else's fault. It ain't the sound. It ain't the lights. It's because the buck stops here. But I tell you, you know, if I take the blame or the credit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I take the blame or the credit. If people go away not liking it, it's my fault. If they go away thinking it was fantastic, then that's my doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, I'm quite confident that, you know, if you show up, you'll enjoy it.
Well, I think they will. And on that note,
I guarantee it.
you have a final show
Yeah.
at the Northcote Social Club.
That's right.
It is this Wednesday night. There are very few tickets left. Get your hands on them if you can.
Book early.
Because you know what? You've just given everybody, you know, the guarantee there.
A guarantee is hold on there. I let my mouth run away with me there. Is that sort of, is a guarantee?
It's not a get your money back guarantee. It's either your fault or it's your,
It's just
your good performance
right.
guarantee.
We're talking about the apportion of blame and reward.
We're just clearing it up a little bit here. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to make it a kind of matter of litigation.
No. That's fine. Look, if it was a matter of litigation, I wouldn't be doing interviews right now. Anyway, on that note, John, we'll let you go, mate.
You're going to be a guesser.
Mate, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be fantastic. So for all of you again, Northcote Social Club, go to the website, get the tickets, go down there and get the tickets if you can. John Cooper Clarke will be down there performing, and you know, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be very interesting.
I hope you're not disappointed now. I think I've talked it up too much.
No, you haven't talked it up at all. We won't talk it up anymore, though. But, John, I'll let you go, mate. Thank you so much for joining me. I mean, you know, the amount of people you've influenced is quite incredible. And also, by the way, before we go, you've got the BBC film coming out later on this year.
Yeah, let's plug it. Yeah, we got Evidently John Cooper Clarke, which is a forthcoming feature-length film about yours truly, with all sorts of nice people saying great things about me and clips of my shows all over Europe, choice pieces, bits of adventure, but mainly, but the production has been held up. It should have been out by now, but we held up production because Ray, star of the Kinks Davis, was very miffed that he wasn't asked to be in it, so we had to hold up production in order to get
So
Ray,
you've inserted a piece?
We've got Uncle Raymond in there now saying nice things about me, and you know what that's unbelievable, that's priceless, isn't it? So a guy who writes lyrics for a living, that is the ultimate stamp of approval, to have Ray Davis say, hold on there, I want to say nice things about Johnny.
Stop the press.
Stop the press.
Stop the press.
Yeah.
Ask him for a poem.
Poem.
Poem?
You want a poem?
We'll have a poem to finish it out, shall we?
Which one should we do? Quick one. Should we do a quick one?
What?
The haiku.
Yeah, haiku.
Yeah? The haiku. Anybody know what a haiku is?
Japanese poem.
That's right. It's a well-known poem. It's a well-known style of poetry pioneered in the 15th century in Japan by a guy called Basho, who wrote for the Floating World School of Zen Buddhism. It's a poem of a 17-syllable discipline, and this is Johnny Clarke's first haiku. Haiku number 1, I call it, like this. To convey one's mood in 17 syllables is very difficult. All this and more shall be revealed the day after tomorrow.
John Cooper Clarke here for Rock City Networks, and if you want any more information, you go to facebook.com/John Cooper Clarke, and there's also johncooperclarke.com. We'll put it up there. Get down and see him at the Northcote Social Club.
What's that date again?
What's the date today?
No, the social club.
It's the 4th. Yeah, it's the 4th. Wednesday the 4th. Anyway, you guys will be down there. Make sure you get down there. Wednesday the 4th, Northcote Social Club.
That's Wednesday the 4th, Northcote Social Club.
John Cooper Clarke here for Rock City Networks. Thanks, mate.
Pleasure.
Phoenix City.